Jay Vine delivered a performance that instantly reshaped the 2026 Santos Tour Down Under. With a perfectly timed late attack and the support of teammate Jhonatan Narváez, he claimed victory on Stage 2 and seized the general classification leader's jersey. This was not just a powerful ride. It was a masterclass in patience, timing, and tactical intelligence that revealed how elite cycling is often won long before the final attack ever happens. How important is the Tour Down Under in the cycling season? The Tour Down Under is the opening World Tour stage race of the year and a key early benchmark for rider form. Teams arrive with ambition, pressure, and uncertainty. Some riders aim for sprint victories, others test their climbing legs, and general classification contenders look for any opportunity to gain time. Because it is early in the season, the race is unpredictable and aggressive. Why was Stage 2 such a decisive moment? Stage 2 featured the brutal Corkscrew climb, one of the steepest and most selective ascents in the race. Climbs like this naturally create time gaps because they punish fatigue, reward explosive power, and expose anyone who has wasted energy earlier. This made it the ideal terrain for a well-prepared rider to strike. What made Jay Vine's approach different from many of his rivals? Vine did not race emotionally. He did not chase every move. He did not try to show strength early for attention. Instead, he allowed others to take responsibility for chasing breakaways and controlling the peloton while he stayed protected, calm, and efficient. This allowed him to conserve valuable energy while some rivals quietly exhausted themselves. Why is energy conservation so critical in professional cycling? Cycling is not about who is strongest overall. It is about who uses their strength at the right moment. Every acceleration costs energy. Every chase burns fuel. Riders who waste energy early often look strong but collapse when it matters. Vine's restraint gave him access to deeper reserves when others were already at their limit. How did mental discipline play a role in Vine's performance? Elite racing creates constant psychological pressure. Attacks happen suddenly. The peloton surges unpredictably. Crowds react emotionally. A rider must resist panic and avoid reacting impulsively. Vine demonstrated emotional control by trusting his plan and waiting patiently rather than responding to every threat. What happened when the race hit the Corkscrew climb? As the peloton entered the steepest section of the course, UAE team Emirates increased the pace. This began to split the group and amplify fatigue. When the moment was right, Vine launched his attack. Only Jhonatan Narváez could follow. The rest of the contenders were already too depleted to respond effectively. Why was the timing of the attack so powerful? Attacking too early allows rivals time to recover and chase. Attacking too late leaves no room to create separation. Vine chose the exact moment when fatigue was peaking in the group and hesitation was highest. That is when even strong riders struggle to respond. How did teamwork contribute to the victory? Narváez's presence behind Vine changed the dynamic of the race. The chasing group hesitated because cooperation became more difficult when a teammate sat ahead. This tactical advantage protected Vine's lead and reduced the efficiency of the pursuit behind. Why did this victory create such a large general classification gap? In short stage races like the Tour Down Under, there are limited opportunities to gain significant time. When a rider creates separation on a decisive climb, that gap becomes extremely valuable. Vine's attack did not just win a stage. It reshaped the entire race hierarchy. What does this performance reveal about modern cycling strategy? Modern cycling increasingly rewards intelligence over aggression. The strongest rider on paper does not always win. The rider who best manages effort, positioning, timing, and psychology often emerges victorious. Vine's performance reflects this evolution clearly. How can this strategy apply beyond cycling? The principle is universal. Save your energy while others exhaust themselves. Choose the moment of action carefully. Do not confuse noise with progress. True success often comes from patience paired with precision. Why will this stage be remembered beyond the results sheet? Because it demonstrated control rather than chaos. Because it rewarded intelligence rather than recklessness. Because it reminded audiences that the most impressive victories are often built quietly, patiently, and invisibly long before the final move is made. Finally, Jay Vine's victory was not just a display of power. It was a lesson in discipline, strategy, and timing. A reminder that in sport, in work, and in life, those who think deeply and act decisively at the right moment often achieve the most lasting success. If you found this analysis valuable, remember to share this video, like it, and subscribe to the channel for more educational cycling and sports insights.